Okay, so hi, I'm Colin Cole. I played collegiately at the University of Iowa, and then I went into a 12-year professional career with starting with the Minnesota Vikings, then going into the Green Bay Packers. Before that, I was in Detroit, then the Packers, then I was with Seattle, and then from Seattle, I played with Carolina. So wrapped up my 12-year career here with the Panthers. So once I retired, I took about a year or two to really just decompress from the career of the NFL, the rigors and the difficulties that come along with that. And so throughout my career, I'd always exposed myself with various media opportunities. And while I was here with the Panthers, one of the anchors or one of the personalities with the team approached me about taking over his job as being a part of the broadcast team. So I decided I would reach out to him and see what would lie from that. He told me that the best place to start would be here with the Carolina School of Broadcasting. So I reluctantly enrolled and decided that this would be the area that I want to go into moving forward. And so it really gave me an opportunity to really see something on the other side of what professional sports are as a whole, and how the product of sports is brought to the consumer, and just having the opportunity to work around sports and work in the media side of the world, it's really been fulfilling so far. I would say that when I started this process, I had outside of knowing that was the area that I want to go into, I was pretty much a blank slate. I really was coming into the situation wanting to get the most out of it without very many expectations whatsoever of the program. And so when I finally got into the schoolwork and got into everything that was going along with it, as well as the factor that there was not necessarily a guarantee in terms of where I would go once I was graduated, I decided to really take into it and really do everything I could to get the most out of the education process. And so it has done amazing and helped me kind of guide me to where I want to go. I've started a number of podcasts that I'm currently running, and those are doing very well to start with. I'm doing various radio appearances, and I'm kind of being a regular on some radio shows. And then moving forward from there, it's been really great doing some stuff. We talked a little bit about internship. Having the opportunity to intern with the Seattle Seahawks throughout their training camp was an amazing opportunity to really see every side of what broadcast is about, from the radio booth for the play-by-play for the team stuff, to being in the truck and seeing how things are run digitally and bringing the entire broadcast to light for the audience. So I've had an extremely well-rounded experience throughout this whole process, highlighted by my internship, but I would never have gotten to that point without the tutelage of the men and women in this building. So the experience of going to Seattle was kind of a surreal one in and of itself, kind of gone full circle. Like I mentioned before, I played in Seattle for a few years, so I have some relationships with some people on the coaching staff as well as on the staff as a whole, just people that are kind of general staff members. So it was really a great opportunity to go back in the building as not being a player, to kind of see how the business of football is run, and then on top of that, being able to contribute with my knowledge base and bring something to the table every single day consistently, and being able to produce. It's being in the world of football that I know about, in the competition world, but without the pressures of having to make a team, you know what I mean? So the difficulty of really being stressed about that portion of it was out the window, and I just had the opportunity to just take it all in and be around world-class athletes on a daily basis and produce what I enjoy doing. I mean, when I left on a daily basis, when I walked out of that building, I didn't feel like I did work. I felt like I was doing something that I enjoyed, that I was kind of called to do, that I was exuberant in, and it was all around my favorite thing, which is football. So the internship was amazing, and my best advice is to get on top of that stuff early in the process. Don't wait till the last minute. I waited in some situations, but thankfully my relationships with the organization itself really fed into my ability to really just reach out to them, and they were very accommodating and giving me the opportunity. Overall, I would say that my experience has been very eye-opening and very understanding. I would say that going to a major D1 university like the University of Iowa, you have a very close-knit group of people that I've dealt with in a sports team, not professional, but it was a collegiate sports team. And then, the people that you deal with in a classroom setting, you deal with them on a regular basis, but not so much as I did having this experience here. I gave everything I've given to this program, I've been able to take from it, and I've grown immensely, and I feel like I have a lot more of a future, a clear direction to where my future will be, more so than when I started this program. I would definitely recommend the program. If anybody has a real interest in media, the various sides of media, and you can name them, and there are so many names that we can't even really mention. I mean, you have people that are in marketing that don't even deal with the camera in front of or behind the camera, people that deal with accounts all day, people that go out and go get sponsorship dollars all day. These people are still in the broadcast media world, and that's stuff that you will still learn within these walls given the opportunity. So I would say that anybody who has a real sense of wanting to get into the media world, or just want to see something different, I would recommend this program to them. And I feel like it has given me a very strong base, and I feel like the connections that I made here will last me a lifetime, and I'll be able to continue to come here, and I'll be able to continue to kind of impart on some of my experiences onto some of these younger students as they continue to come through these hallways. The Carolina School of Broadcasting, go.